Mock Draft 5.0 Roundup. I'll be honest, last time we did this video, very questionable. Some questionable picks, some questionable statements put out there by Bengals.com, but by the NFL media landscape. So I feel like these videos are kind of good just to get a realistic thought of where everyone's at. And what we learn every single time is there's someone who thinks we should take a running back. There's someone who thinks we should take a tight end. There's a wide receiver out there we should take. There's a potentially an edge rusher I agree we should take. Let's go to edge rusher. First, ESPN, who claims we should take Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M. Now, Shamar Stewart is 6'6", 290 pounds. Absolutely love this idea. There's a list of 7 different edge rushers that we could take in the first round. And honestly, whoever they think is best, take whoever they think is best. Because at the end of the day, we just need some pressure on the other side of Trey Hendrickson. There's a chance we cut Sam Hubbard. There's a chance, Miles Murphy doesn't end up being the guy. I'm not saying he won't be, but I'm saying there's a chance. So you need to get some kind of pass rush on the other side. Give me an edge rusher. I'm okay with that. ESPN. No big deal. All right, second. We're back to tight ends. I thought we got away from this. It isn't technically even the guy. Like, the tight end that we all know and love, or not know and love, the tight end that people are loving is actually the Penn State tight end, Tyler Warren. So I don't know why, for the second straight week, we're back to going with Colston Loveland. We're not going to take a tight end in the first round. Hell would freeze over before we take a tight end in the first round. There's just no logical reasoning to take a tight end in the first round. You're probably going to bring back Mike Gesicki. Yes, Eric All's out for the season. That's definitely a huge loss, and it's definitely going to hurt us greatly. But you still got Drew Sample. You still got Tanner McLaughlin. You still got Tanner Hudson. Again, bringing back Mike Gesicki as well. And then there's also rumors we might trade for Kyle Pitts. I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. But still, I just don't think we're going to go ahead and do all that and then maybe go out there and draft a tight end in the first round. We could take a tight end in this draft. 100% I agree with that. But not the first round. Not the first 2 rounds. It's not going to happen. Wide receiver, McMillan. This is one of those interesting picks. Or interesting posts here. McMillan is one of the best receivers in this draft. Him, Travis Hunter, who obviously cornerback, but he's cornerback wide receiver. Some analysts are saying that he's going to be a receiver in the NFL. Some say he should be cornerback. I think he should play both. Like 10 snaps on offense, rest on defense type aspect. But McMillan's a amazing wide receiver. I mean, again, he is a field stretcher. So that kind of goes down to the aspect I don't think he'll be available when we pick no matter what. Kind of like Ashton Genty. So it's one of those situations where I'm just going to not give an opinion on it because I don't think he'll be available anyway. So this is like a null end point. From NFL.com here too. You would expect NFL.com not to be making this point. Just because, again, he is projected right now to be a top 5 pick. It would be like them projecting us to get Malik Neighbors last year in the draft when it just wouldn't make any sense. Or getting Marvin Harrison Jr. or something. It's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, best player available. Definitely he'd be the best player available. But it's the same concept with going with Travis Hunter. Why didn't the Bengals draft Travis Hunter? Because he's not going to be available at pick 17. So it's kind of that one of those things. Kenneth Grant, we talked about before. I think someone actually said down below that maybe it wasn't Kenneth Grant. Maybe it was somebody else. That they were a different position. But right now, they're listing him as a defensive lineman. He is the size to play defensive tackle. 6'3", 339 pounds. So depending on how much he weighs in on his pro day and the combine will kind of dictate that. But yeah. Edge rusher, Donovan from Boston College. Yep, we got a name, boys. And this guy is 6'2", 247 pounds. Okay. Not bad. We got Starks from Georgia. This is the guy I want right now. For some reason, this is the guy I want right now. I've watched a lot of his game tape. I've been watching crazy amounts of it. If you do want to watch his game tape, don't watch last year. He sucked last year. Watch 2023, and you will love him. And then we got Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. So, kind of interesting roundup here. Surprised they didn't just put Travis Hunter on this list, because that's obviously another player the Bengals would love to take in the first round. I think anyone would, but there's probably going to be a 99% chance he's top 5. I had to say top 5 because there's always a chance, Titans could go with Abdul Carter. That's another guy that could go pick number 1, or he will at least go pick top 5. If you were to, every draft, I feel like there's one player where you're like, if you could trade up, right, to the number 1 overall pick, who would you take for the Bengals? And Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter is the 2 guys you would take, one of the 2. I would probably say you're going to take Abdul Carter. And Abdul Carter on our defense, now without Golden, across from Trey Hendrickson, that's how you eat, and that would feed families for generations.